Enjoy that bird, D.
I'm going to send you all a picture of me throwing it right in the garbage.
And I'm going to send you a picture of me, a glass of wine, and my bird by myself.
Welcome back to 2.5 Chicks. It's me, Tess, and Monica, and Brian.
Hi.
Hello.
And today we decided to talk about holidays. The season is upon us, and there's a lot of things we can talk about when it comes to holidays. We could talk about how we felt about them as children versus adults, how your view of holidays changes when you have kids. We can talk about how much you like them or don't like them. We can talk about the retailness of them. We could talk about traditions we have. I mean, there's so much to do with this topic.
So I'll start it off. I hate holidays. I only love Halloween.
Okay.
My Christmases weren't that great growing up. Thanksgiving, there's always an argument. So,
Well, it's going to be a short conversation for you then.
well, yeah, there's a lot of, when you're like 7 years old or 6 years old and you come running down the staircase and you can't wait to see all the presents on the tree and there's not one.
Did that happen multiple times?
Yeah. So I was like, damn, fuck Christmas. Santa's bullshit.
Yeah.
Santa's sitting in the bar blowing the wad. That's what Santa's doing.
Santa's not doing his job. Yeah.
No.
So talking about Santa, it's funny because when I was little, like I figured out we were never told about Santa as Latinos. That was not something we knew about. They used to tell us that Papa Dios would get us presents, which was Father God, I guess, is the way to call it. Papa Dios is also Jesus, right? Because I was raised Catholic, right?
Okay.
So they used to say Papa Dios is bringing it to you. But my sister and I, we figured out real quick that it was our parents buying the presents. Like we never had this idea of Santa Claus. We knew Santa Claus from school, but we never believed in Santa Claus. We never thought that Santa Claus was coming into our house and, we had to leave cookies or anything like that. And we were okay.
Were you?
I mean, I know this was here in the United States. That's how we were raised. We didn't have Santa Claus. And so when my kids were, when I raised my kids, I never told them about Santa Claus. I would tell them every year, like, what do you want for Christmas? Since they were little, I can't get you everything, but I'll try to get you what I can. And they've always made Christmas lists for me. And
so technically you're Mama Dios.
I'm Mama Dios.
There
You're
you
right.
go.
You're right. I am Mama Dios.
But Brian, even though you hate Christmas, what are you guys doing with your daughter?
Well, we do what we make it nice for her.
Right.
Yeah, we
but does she
spoil the
believe?
shit out of her. Oh yeah. Oh my God. This kid still believes in everything. She believes in the cleaning fairy, the tooth fairy, you name a fairy. You do trans fairies. You name it. She believes in it.
What is a cleaning fairy?
To try to get her to clean her room, I told okay. I think I told you guys this, right? The tooth fairy.
I don't remember this.
The tooth fairy didn't show up one night because mom, was derelict on her duties, right? So I had to do some quick thinking and I told the kid, and I had to write a little letter. I wrote a note saying,
oh my goodness,
you did not clean your room tonight. So the tooth fairy called me and said she couldn't find her little bag with the tooth in it. So I have to tell you, you made me look really bad. Please clean your room. And that kid cleaned the shit out of her room the next day.
God.
So she got $1 from the cleaning fairy and like $1 from the tooth fairy. And the tooth fairy wrote her a note saying, thank you for cleaning your room finally. This friggin' kid will believe in any fairy. I'm telling you.
One day she's going to look at that letter and recognize your handwriting.
I'm sure you disguised it.
I write it. Yeah, I write it all different and everything like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we did stuff like that too.
That is hilarious. You've never told us that story. That is hilarious.
I thought I told you that. So
no, I don't remember that story.
I said to M, I was like, you see how I got your back? You effed up really, really bad. And I covered for you. She goes, that was such quick thinking.
Creativity at its finest. Yep. That's funny.
So now I got to, I told wants to get her ear. Oh, she wanted to be on the show tonight, but she had dance class. And so we're having a thing right now where she said, if I keep my room clean until Christmas, can I get earrings? And I was like, yeah, you'll get your earrings in Christmas of 2045.
Oh, geez.
Because you do not know how to keep your room clean. So I'm not concerned about it. I walk in her room every day and I go, yep, there's another day. I said, we're already into January.
Oh, you're saying that she's not going to do it for 30 days and you're going to add time every day that she doesn't?
The room's a pigsty right now. And, so this is getting pushed out and she thinks I'm joking. My big thing with her when she knows I'm not joking is I say, you want to bet? And then, right, she's like, no, don't want to bet. But no, those earrings will come in January.
All right.
But as for Christmas and Easter bunnies and all, she believes in all of that stuff.
What about you, Tess?
I don't remember when I stopped believing, but I had a lot of fun with it with the kids. We had a good time because we had a blended family and we didn't have them on Christmas morning. So we would get them on Christmas Eve morning. And so we would always do Christmas morning at our house, but we said the Santa stopped early because that's when they believed it. Santa came early to our house because that's when they were going to be there. And we did a lot. Like the first year we were moving out of our condo, we were packing to move out of our condo into the house we bought. And we had all these boxes stacked up in front of the fireplace and we knocked the boxes everywhere. And we took the red stuff from the Santa hat and put it in the floor of the fireplace to make it look like Santa had come down.
Oh, that's
Wait,
funny.
and he got burnt or he lost his hat?
It was from his coat. He shedded some of it off when he came through the chimney.
Coat.
Yeah.
I got you.
That's pretty imaginative. That's funny.
Wow, that is
And
really
then
thinking.
there was another time when we said that the dog scared Santa in the middle of we had to lock Frankie in our room, our black lab, because she scared Santa. And we always wrapped the Santa gifts in different paper than we wrapped our other gifts. So it was like Santa's paper. And we took the Santa paper and we unrolled it and shoved it up the chimney. Like he got scared and left in a hurry. So the rolls of paper were coming out of the fireplace and that was at our house. So we did a lot.
Oh, you guys are funny. It was like a whole theatrics about it. Yeah.
But that's actually came from Tim because his dad did that when he was young. Like literally they were coming home from their family's house on Christmas Eve and the kids fell asleep in the car and his mom dropped him off and drove around the block a couple of times while he went and got 2x4s and made sleigh tracks in the snow because he was raised in Chicago.
Oh, damn.
And took the dog and walked the dog around to make footprints to look like reindeer had been there.
My goodness.
And then she drove back up and woke up the kids. So I mean, he was raised with that kind of stuff, Wow. And then my parents did a thing where they read us a book about a Santa mouse. And there was a Santa mouse that if Santa mouse left you a gift, it was a present wrapped in the tree with it was in the tree and it was a little box and had a yellow ribbon. And my dad made us jewelry pendants and they made it from Santa mouse. And I remember the first year Tim was having Christmas with my family, my mom goes, Tim, Santa mouse left you a gift. And she reached into the tree and she pulled out a cold beer. And he's like, I love this woman. I just love this woman. But anyways, we always had fun with Christmas, but I don't remember what year I stopped believing. I don't remember.
Do you remember how you felt when you found out it wasn't true?
Nope. I don't remember that at all. Yeah. No, it was not even, even a memory for me.
Yeah. I don't think people really care when they find out it's not real. They're past the point at that point.
They got what they got.
Yeah.
And now they know that it's still coming, but it's coming from your parents or whatever.
Well, they got this little thing in here where they got a little Christmas ornament. It's a little pickle. And there's nothing like spending your first Christmas with, your new family. And they say, let's play hide the pickle. I'm like, what? You got to hear like a 6-year-old ask me to play hide the pickle. And I'm like, what the fuck is this?
I've never heard of that one.
Well, now you're getting into traditions, right?
Little pickle ornament. And they take it and they hide it in the tree. And the first one who finds it they find the pickle and they get a gift.
That's funny.
Yeah,
I've never heard of that. That is funny.
Well, see, we put a pickle on our tree too. And that also came from Tim and his family because they put a Christmas pickle on their tree, but we don't hide it. We just put it right out on the front of the tree.
And what happens when you have the tree? Nothing. It's just an ornament.
No, it was just kind of like a joke how they sang some Christmas song when they hung the pickle and it became a joke. Everything with Tim's family is a sense of humor thing.
That's funny. That's actually really cute. That's nice traditions. Makes it fun, right?
His brother-in-law was dating his wife, his girlfriend at the time, but his wife, and she was she watched this family take this pickle ornament out and sing some ode to a pickle song. And she's like, what the fuck is going on?
Exactly. When you start joining into different families, you're like,
what the hell?
Nuts.
That's fun though. That's actually fun.
Yeah.
Then you realize, is your family the fucked up ones because they didn't sing about the pickle or hide the pickle and other people are doing it, you know?
Every family had their own things, you know.
Everybody has their own thing. Everybody does their own thing. Like for most Latinos, this is just a overall Latino thing. We don't celebrate like on Christmas Day. We just spend like a quiet day at home. I mean, with the family and stuff.
I don't believe any Latino does anything quiet.
Well, I was getting to why we're quiet because we stayed up late on Christmas Eve.
Okay,
so we all gathered together, like the whole family gathers together. Like you're talking about 20, 30 people most of the time in a Latino family. Yeah. And we have dinner on Christmas Eve. We play games, we dance, we do all kinds of stuff. And then we stay up till midnight. And then at midnight, we open up all our presents. Everybody gives out your presents. So we're usually done by like 2 a.m. on Christmas Eve to Christmas Day. So that's why we kind of take it just, we go home and we take it easy on Christmas Day because we stayed up so late and we ate so much the day before.
Do the Latinos wrap their presents in tortillas?
No. No, we wrap it normal wrapping paper. But that's how we spend our Christmas. I've been doing that forever. So it's funny because the in our families, my family's mostly females, but those of us who have married an American person or a non-Latino person, it worked out very well because we care about Christmas Eve. We'll do whatever they want to do on Christmas Day. If you want to go to your family on Christmas Day, we'll go there because we don't do anything on Christmas Eve. Don't take away our Christmas Eve, though. But there's a lot of white people that do that too, Monica. That's true. So if we have a family that like does Christmas Eve, as like us, then it's like, oh man, now we have to compete for Christmas Eve. No, it's Christmas Day we don't compete for.
Okay, so. There you go. All right. So what's Black Christmas like, D?
I don't know. I don't know. I didn't do any traditions.
Nothing?
I'm not a family person.
Oh, damn.
He sees his family come over, he runs to his room.
If I'm able to, yeah.
Oh.
So your Christmas is growing up, you got a tree, you had the presents under it, you're all good, it's completely normal.
My family did that. The last time, I can't even tell you the last time I got a gift for Christmas.
Jeez.
That's fair. When you get older, they kind of fall to the wayside and it's more.
Yeah, important. I think my last gift was maybe 13.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's young.
That is really
wow.
Do you get any gifts from your family?
Damn, D.
My parents give me a card for my birthday, but everyone's complaint about me is we don't know what you like.
Oh, right.
You basically like so many different things, though.
So that's their complaint. They're like, we don't know anything about you. And I'm like, that is the exact reason I don't want to be around you. Like, you don't need to know anything about me. Just know I'm your sister's son or your brother's son, and that's good enough. Like that.
Did they mail you your card? Because they never see you upstairs. They just mail it. Just send out an envelope without a stamp on it so it comes back.
I see my parents daily. That's not an issue, but no, I don't think my sister's ever given me a gift except for maybe a coat, maybe 10 years ago.
Wow.
Well, do you give people presents?
I don't do anything for anybody.
Yeah, okay.
Because for me, throughout the year, if you need something, just ask me.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna give you shit about what do you need this for? I'm like, whatever you want.
Mm.
I don't really care about special days.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You think every day should be special, right, D?
Sure. Yeah. My father did grow up. He's like, you should treat every day like it's your birthday, or treat every day like it's Christmas. And I'm like, I don't even know what that means.
Yeah.
Right.
Give me a present every day.
Well, I always remember that line from the little boy in The Incredibles. If everyone is special, then no one is.
That's pretty much how my brain turned every holiday and birthday gift or anything like that. I'm like, it's just a day. Like it doesn't mean anything to me.
That's fair.
I feel like birthdays should feel different. I like them to feel different. It doesn't have to be gifts, but I like it to feel different. I don't want it to be like every other day.
I like to be happy on my birthday.
Me too. I don't ever work on my birthday. I'm like, I do what I want to do.
I always take off. I do whatever I want to do.
Yeah, that should be your day.
My perspective is I'm here another year. I don't have nothing is promised to us, not 1 second, not 1 day in this life. And I'm here one more year, and I'm just really happy that I'm here.
It's funny, Monica, because I talked about this before. I don't feel like that on my birthday. I feel depressed about it on New Year's Eve.
You did say that, yes.
When the year changes, I get so depressed because Christmas is a depressing thing. And then right after that is New Year's, which is a bigger depressing thing.
Why is Christmas depressing for you? Is that because of your childhood?
Yeah, my upbringing and, and it's just another year
Christmas
just went
was
by.
never a happy experience.
Yeah, it wasn't a happy experience.
It reminded you of how you were not rich.
Yeah, it was just very blah, And then there was New Year's Eve. A bunch of drunk a-holes bouncing around, car accidents, this and that. You can't walk down the street without hearing, be careful, the drunks are out. You know what I mean? And then there you go. You got to hear that stupid fucking Old Lang Syne song. No matter where you are, you got to hear it. So it's even more depressing. And I got to hear Bing Crosby sing White Christmas. It makes me cry every time I hear it. So I'm like, no, I just want to get through this season, get into January and move on and just wait for it.
You need to have a Scrooge episode in your life, Brian.
Yes.
So that you can love Christmas afterwards.
Well, I don't like the retailness of the holiday, and that kind of ruins it for me because I always go into Christmas time kicking and screaming because I don't want to spend all that freaking money. Mm-hmm. But I like the decorating, and I like the traditions of it. I enjoy the coming together of family. I enjoy the music. I like having the Christmas tree lit and all the other lights off in the house. I like having my house decorated. I enjoy the season as long as I'm not. And there's a lot of people now that we've agreed to no longer exchange gifts. So that helps.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that does help.
I don't like you take the retailness of it out and then I really enjoy it because there's nothing like we don't need any more shit in our lives just for Christmas sake. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Here's an example. I won't even go into Christmas. I'm going to just go right into like the next few days, Thanksgiving, right? So Thanksgiving's coming up. I can't get back home to spend with my family. I told Em, I do not want to go see your family because after the election, I don't want to be around any of them because they're all like a tornado of hate and anger right now. So I said, I'm not going to do that. So I went and bought my own turkey. And she's going to her family's house with the kid, and I'm going to cook my own Thanksgiving meal and watch football all day. So
you're happy.
That's it. That's my happy place. My first, my house, my first Thanksgiving in it. I'm going to cook my own stuff, not have to hear anybody.
Are the Cowboys playing?
Yeah, that's the only bad thing. I got to watch that shit.
Yeah. I was hoping they weren't, so that at least if they lost, you weren't going to beat this.
Well, hey, the only thing good is they're playing the Giants.
Oh.
So I highly doubt they're going to lose that game.
Okay, then at least you have that.
Yeah. So another holiday to just be like, okay, this is how I want to spend.
You have your own house now, so you can be thankful about that.
Yep, that's it. I'm very thankful that I could just have my own. I never cooked a turkey before. So now I want to do it and see how it comes out.
So easy and smells so good in the house.
Yeah, I can't. I'm actually looking forward to it. This is the joy it's bringing me.
How big of a turkey did you get?
12-pounder, small one.
Oh, that's a lot.
No, that's like the smallest a turkey comes.
Yeah, I couldn't find one either too. I was looking for a small one today too.
Yep.
I got a 24-pounder.
24-pounder? Jesus Christ.
I have 13 people at my house.
That's still a lot of bird.
Oh, wow.
It's not a lot when you have
Are your sons
people.
coming?
No, none of our kids are going to be there. My husband's family and my nieces and nephews. Yeah. So we're doing it on Sunday because my brother-in-law's a fireman and he works on Thursday, and then Tim has gigs on Friday, Saturday. So we have to do it on Sunday. So
your Thanksgiving's on Sunday.
That's when we're having the Thanksgiving meal.
The meal. Okay,
and
gotcha.
the company.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that sucks.
I know, because I don't want to back to back to a work day, but I'm doing a lot of stuff on Saturday to prepare. So, but it's going to be a big, I like doing Thanksgiving. I like cooking. I like entertaining.
D, you going to have a bird?
God, no. Like turkey's the most useless bird on earth, especially to eat.
Do you know that the turkey was supposed to be our bird of? Wasn't supposed to be the eagle. It was supposed to be the turkey.
We dodged a bullet on that one, guys.
I think it's specifically the wild turkey.
No, you're thinking about the drink, Monica. No, not wild turkey.
No. It had, because there's like the domesticated turkeys, which are really stupid. But I think the wild turkeys are not stupid. I think they're actually really smart.
Well, were they really domesticated back in the day when we took everything from the Indians, from the Native Americans?
I don't know. I just know that from what I read was that it was considered a smarter bird versus the eagle that's a carrion bird.
Well, yeah. Because an eagle is literally a scavenger. It'll eat anything, where turkeys are smart and fickle.
Yeah, that's why they did. That was the argument, because the eagle was a scavenger and the wild turkey was actually a smarter bird.
Perfect sense in the world we live in now, because look at all the homeless scavengers we got walking around the streets. So the eagle makes perfect sense.
I mean, the eagle is a much more beautiful bird, but some people did want the turkey because it was a smarter bird.
Yep, it was Ben Franklin. Mm-hmm. But moving on, so you guys don't do a bird at all, huh, D?
No, we'll
Nothing.
do one.
Oh, you just don't eat it.
I'll have some just to be like, yeah, I ate your food. Great. What the fuck? This is a fucking useless tradition right here. We don't need this bird. This bird can fucking not exist and it'll be perfectly fine.
Well, is it because it's dry? Because turkey is tricky. It can come out really dry.
Turkey is useless. I'm trying to, like, whatever way you want to categorize useless, however you want to define it, it's useless. It does not need to be there. Everything else is fine. Get the turkey off the table. Get it out of here. Fucking decimate this thing.
D, I think our next bonus episode with you and I is just going to be called Bah Humbug.
Yeah. I think that would be a very fitting episode at the moment.
Two of you guys, yeah.
You're depressing
Not the way
me.
I expected this episode to go, but you know.
Depressing me.
I don't see this as depressing, though. That's weird.
Talk about Scrooges. We got 2 Scrooges.
Holy shit.
Monica, what do you do on Thanksgiving?
We get together and just have a family gathering.
Oh, it's not on Thanksgiving Eve?
No, we actually meet for Thanksgiving. The one thing is we have it late. Like Latinos, you tell us that we have to be there at 1. Like, what? Really? 1? Are you crazy? No.
You chill me in AM, right?
6, 7. Yeah, maybe 1 a.m. 6, 7. That's when we all get together. But like 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock for a Thanksgiving dinner, it's like, what are you, crazy? That's lunch. That's not dinner for us.
Yeah, you eat so much, you don't want to eat that late.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So we always just get together with the family. I'm splitting my time this Thursday. We're going to go to see my mom for a bit, hang out with my sister, and then my sister has to leave, and then I'm going to go head to my cousin's house, where the rest of the family is going to be. So
what about the tradition of everybody usually comes home for the holidays, so everybody meets at the bar, all your high school buddies, and don't you guys have that traditions in your town?
I always loved that movie. What's that movie? The Girls, Beautiful Girls or something? Remember where they...
Yeah, I think that is the one.
Where it's Thanksgiving or something.
Yeah, so Thanksgiving comes. So like the Thanksgiving Eve, you're supposed to meet at your local bar with all the kids you grew up with that come home if their families are still in town and everything. And then you all drink and have fun.
Yeah, I can't go back to my hometown.
No, that's right.
I'm far away from mine.
I wouldn't get out of there alive, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't have any high school friends here.
Well, Tess, you graduated from... What high school did you graduate from?
Saugus.
Okay.
I don't have any friends.
You haven't kept contact with your high school friends, Tess?
I didn't make high school friends. I was in a youth group and they came from different high schools because I had a hard time making friends when I moved here. I had such a bad attitude.
That's right. That's right. That would have made a big difference.
I was not goth girl. I was Hesher girl.
What's a Hesher? Girl?
That's what I said when I moved here. I was into old rock and roll and like glam rock and stuff like that.
Oh.
So okay, I guess what people would call like metal heads, but I wasn't into metal. It was more like hard rock or rock and glam rock.
You still rocked the big hair and everything though, right?
I did, yeah. But that was also part of the rock thing.
Okay.
The big hair thing was a huge glam rock thing. Not as big as your sister's though. Oh my God.
Yeah,
I saw pictures.
Serious lift.
Yeah. Like I had friends in the youth group that I joined, and they went to different high schools, and I'm on social media with them, but we don't ever socialize, get together in person. One thing that was cool is when I went home, a couple of weeks ago, I met up with a friend of mine that I went to grade school. I met her in kindergarten and went to school with her until we moved. And I hadn't seen her. She came out to California when she was 18 for a visit, and I hadn't seen her since. So I went from being 18 to 53 without seeing her, and then I got to see her when I went home, and that was cool.
Oh, how did it go?
Really
like you didn't skip a beat?
Yeah, I mean, it was really neat getting to know the 53-year-old her, because I only knew the 18 and younger her.
Right.
And so we had a lot to catch up on, but her sense of humor was the same, and she was bringing up memories and I was bringing up memories, and it was like we were looking at photos of what we looked like then, and it was like, yeah, that's us, this is us, and this is us, but it was like there was so much life in between that we caught up on that was really, really cool.
That's pretty cool.
That's the beauty of East Coast people. You know, you don't skip a beat. You don't have to talk to them for 50 years, and you still, then like it's the next day.
Yeah, and then she texted me the next day and sent me another photo of us at 18, because she had a photo of us when we were kids the day I went there. She said it was really weird. Her mom gave us this photo, and then she heard from me out of the blue. And I said, well, maybe it was a premonition. And then she sent me a picture the next day of when we were 18 and she came to California for a visit. And she said, my heart is so full since getting to see you yesterday. It was nice to hear. It was nice for her to say that.
Wow.
That's
was
nice.
it FOOL or FULL?
FULL. So it was kind of cool. It was neat.
And Monica, you don't have high school friends?
No,
they didn't come visit you at the maternity ward and all that stuff when you?
No.
Brian.
No, I mean, I'm sure if I maybe reached out to one of them.
I know, I love it.
She
That's
just
why
skates right over your shit.
This is why I love her so much, because she just completely ignores all my bullshit.
She just skates over like it didn't even. Nope.
No, totally.
Okay, well, what flew over my head here? I'm not getting it.
You didn't even. Are you listening? I said that your friends were visiting you in the maternity ward in high school.
Oh. No, they didn't actually.
Holy shit! It was cuter, Monica, when I thought you were blowing me off.
It was funnier, yeah. We
Now
thought you were just like, oh yeah, whatever, dude.
See, Tess, now I know she just doesn't listen to me. It's like,
yeah, I heard you say maternity ward. What I didn't hear was in high school.
Didn't make the connection. Yeah.
Yeah. I still hang out with guys from when I was in grade school. Two of the guys I hang out with, I still hang out with.
You still know so many people from high school, Brian, because like when you were still here and like we would go to lunch or something and it was like, hey. It was like almost everybody knew Brian. It was like, wow.
It was such a it was a 3 square mile town. Everybody knows everybody.
So it's funny because you had some rough moments of your childhood, but you had some really good friendships. Yeah. And then I had a good childhood, but I don't have any of the friendships. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, 'cause I just talked to one of my buddies and we already made plans for us to go out there and visit him next year in Virginia Beach. So I think we're going to go fly into Washington, D.C., Washington, hang out there for a couple of days. And then him and his wife are going to drive up and pick us up and then drive us to Virginia Beach. We'll spend 4 days with them and then fly out of there, out of Norfolk to come back home. So we're already making plans. I mean, those people are like my family. Like, you know, your brothers are your brothers. They're wonderful. Your sisters are your sisters. They're wonderful. But like the friends that you choose in life are like your family. Like JT and Jeff and Stevie, like those are my family. Maybe if I had a holiday with them, I'd be feeling better.
Maybe. See? Start up some new traditions.
That's right. Now, if I could just get them to buy into the bullshit and explain to their families, why are you going on a golf trip on Thanksgiving? Why are you leaving us on Christmas?
What are you doing for Christmas, Brian?
I'm staying right here. Yeah, I'm not going anywhere.
I'm going to go somewhere, or is she going to stay with you?
Well, I told you what happened last year when we were staying at the townhouse. We were renting. Every year, their tradition is to go to her sister's house and spend Christmas Eve, and they sleep over, and all the kids wake up and they do their thing. Well, she decided to surprise me at 2 o'clock in the morning. Oh,
yes, that's right. Oh,
and
my God.
I'm like, and I could see this flashlight coming through my house, and I got a handgun.
So she came home. You stayed home, and she went over there.
Yep. And the only reason I didn't think it was like a fear of an intruder is because her dog didn't bark. So, I mean, He barked at anybody that would like come up to the front door, right? But I was like, oh, it's gotta be her. And that's when she walked in and I go, it's a good way to get shot.
Oh, geez. You did say that.
Yes, I thought no surprises. You stay at your sister. You go to your sister's. You stay at your sister's. If you need to come home for anything, you call me and wake me up. You know, I don't like surprises. So I will be spending Christmas here, Christmas Eve at least, and they'll go do that thing over there. And we love the fact that we're both mature enough that it's okay if I stay home. Mm-hmm. And it's okay if she goes to her sister's house. And it's okay. Like when I was married, I couldn't get away with that shit. It was always like, you got to do this, you got to do that. And if you didn't show up, automatically you're getting divorced, which inevitably came true. But
not for that reason.
For other reasons. But I didn't want to be around their family. I just wanted to hang out by myself. I want to be alone. And this one over here is 100% okay with it, which is why I'm like, yes, I found the right one.
That's important. That's
because she was super independent and a single mom when you met her.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
She was used to doing things alone.
I remember I used to have a friend a long time ago, somebody I never kept in contact with. And she once told me, like, no, when you're married, you have to go together. You have to go, if you have a family event, you have to go together. You have to go here. You have to go there. You don't go separate from each other. And well, that helped her because she ended up getting divorced. Her husband walked out on her.
Yeah.
Like he left. He literally just packed up
I'm not
left.
saying it's just men. I'm sure it's women too, but nobody on earth wants to be told what to do. I'm sorry. You have to be your own independent person. You have to love yourself, know what your likes are, know what your disinterests are, your interests, and then you have to stick to your guns. That's it. That's how you find your happiness.
Well, it's just nice if you both want to be with each other.
It is. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it
agree.
is.
You know,
it's not like I don't
nice.
want to be with her.
Right.
Yeah.
It's the other people in her world that I don't want to be with.
But it's nice. It's important just that you find the partner that follows what you want to do. Like if you're the type that wants to be going together everywhere and your partner likes that, then great.
Yep.
But if you're the opposite of each other, then it's a problem.
I wasn't even talking about that. I was just saying it's nice when you like the other person's family and want to go be together and go. And that's what I'm saying. It's nice when you do. Because since my parents left right after I got married and my sister left and I had no family here, I had very little to begin with. So it's nice that I like my husband's family so much. I love them, actually. I'm really close to my sister. His sister is like my sister. So it's nice. It's just nice when you...
That is good, yes.
I really like her friends.
For real?
Yeah, her friends are awesome.
Okay. I didn't know if you were kidding. Okay.
No. Yeah.
But you once that you didn't like her friends too much because they're a bunch of liberals.
No, that's her... I'm pulling up the quote signs. That's the church she goes to.
Oh.
So she goes there with a bunch of far, far left. They're like, Monica, you'll see them on the tip of the iceberg that you guys melt on. But also, but her other friends, they're very eclectic. They come from Poland, England, Africa. They're all over the world people, and they're just so down to earth and lovely. And when they have parties, they're just, everybody gets along, everybody gets drunk, they're respectful. It's just wonderful. And I love hanging out with her friends, that group of friends. You know, I have a lot in common with a lot of those. So it's really fun when we all get together.
So you said you liked Halloween.
Yes.
What do you like about Halloween?
I love horror. I love scare. I love the smell in the air with the leaves blowing across the ground at that time of year when it gets dark. You know what I mean? It's, you can smell autumn. Especially when you're from the East Coast, autumn has a smell. It smells like football season. It smells like decomposing leaves on the ground. You know what I mean? And then I love watching, like I tell her all the time, you guys go out, I'm shutting the light off. I'm not giving any trick-or-treating candy out. I'm literally watching horror movies all night. So I binge watch The Exorcist.
I like giving out candies on Halloween. That's
no, I don't want to get up off the couch. I just want to be left alone. I turn the light off, or we'll leave a bucket out there and says take one. And she always buys the shittiest candy. So yeah, it's just
nobody wants to take.
Nobody wants to take it anyway.
I used to hate Halloween when we lived in the house where we're in a busy neighborhood because Tim would leave. Well, we didn't always do it this way, but Tim would leave to take the boys out and I'd be handing out candy and I'd have like high school guys that were like 6 feet tall coming to the door with masks on where I couldn't even see their faces. And I'm like, are you high schoolers? Are you men? Are you here for candy? What are you here for? Yeah, I didn't like it. I didn't want to do that. So then we moved where we are now because it's a townhome complex. No kids ever come to our door. So we would just go together to take our son out because we didn't ever have trick-or-treaters anyway.
Well, now they got that new shit, that trunk or treat now anyway, right? Now they just do things at school. And
they actually do that before Halloween. I mean, at least here where I live, they do trunk or treats, and then they do that on Halloween. People go to the houses, but you have to be done by 8.
I heard a funny joke the other day, not the other day, during Halloween, when the kid goes to a door and the guy, he says trick or treat. And the guy says, "You're not even dressed up. What are you dressed as?" He goes, "I'm a werewolf." And he says, You're not a werewolf. You're not. Where's the mask? He goes, "Do you see a full moon?"
Oh, geez. Oh, my goodness.
It's a good one.
I thought that was cute.
Yeah, I love giving the kids candies. I actually put it in little bags and everything. They all get like 3 or 4 little candy bars or the Skittles bags. And
remember back in the day,
freak out
when somebody would wrap up like dimes and give them to you in tinfoil, give you coins.
I never saw that.
No,
we used to
go around the neighborhood. People would wrap up coins and give them to you as gifts.
I mean, I do remember as a little kid where like people would have like bowls of pennies and then they'd ask you to take pennies from the bowls.
Yeah, well, because back when we were kids, Monica, you can go get penny candy for real.
Oh, that's right. That's
right. You could go and buy 10 cents, got you 10 pieces of candy. And then if there's a cool bazookas. Store owner, they'd throw you a couple extra pieces. It was awesome.
Bazookas and little brown candy balls or whatever.
Do you believe we're the last generation that knows what penny candy is? Or penny anything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
What's your favorite holiday? Anybody? Monica, yours is Columbus Day. I know it.
Oh my God.
What?
No.
What did you say?
No.
Monica's favorite holiday is Columbus Day.
That is not my favorite holiday.
Oh,
never.
Shit. So what is your favorite holiday?
July 4th.
4th of July.
Yeah.
All right.
Because it's just like it's summer and it's like everybody's all happy. It's because we're celebrating, the Independence Day and stuff and barbecues and the fireworks.
I didn't see that coming. Good one. What about you, Tess?
I don't really have a favorite holiday, but I do love 4th of July because it was always around my birthday, and we always had barbecues for 4th of July, and that's when we'd celebrate my birthday, and there was always fireworks that night. So now I feel like if I haven't seen fireworks, I didn't have a birthday.
Oh,
it's like an association I have. But as far as holidays, I think like the holiday I most get into is the Christmas spirit, because I like the decorating and all that, and I like the cold, and I like the fireplace, and I like the tree on and all that. So from a decoration standpoint, and like the family and the gathering and stuff like that, and the cooking and the eating, I like Christmas, but I don't really like love or really look forward to any holiday.
You just look forward to the days off of work.
Oh, hell
yes.
Holidays.
Yeah. Okay,
but we don't get, like this year, all we get is one day off for Christmas Day and one day off for New Year's Day. Like we don't even get a range.
Well, we used to get New Year's Eve.
We actually get Christmas Eve and Christmas Day.
New Year's Day, but they traded out New Year's Eve for Martin Luther King Day. And I remember bitching like a baby about that, thinking, what the fuck do I need to take off Martin Luther King Day for? But then I realized when the day came, I really like that day off because it's like in the middle of nothing. It's like this little tiny holiday that really is just a nice day off. It means just as much to me as like, New Year's Eve, the same kind of feeling I have for it, right? No offense, but I don't really care. It's just like, okay, I got the day off, but it's set in a nice, what is it, in February?
No, it's
January, right? So you get like New Year's Day and then like a week or later or something, you get an extra day off or 2 days.
2 to 3 weeks, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, all right, that's a nice little break in the action. So I stopped bitching about it. Dr. Martin Luther the King got me good.
Wow.
Brian.
Definitely not the episode I thought it was going to be.
What? Hey, I'm on the show, Tess. Remember?
Yes, I do remember. And you're getting cynical, more and more cynical by the show.
Oh my God! No,
Last week was my turn to be cynical. This time it's his.
Yeah,
It's often him.
that's fair. Hey, the reason I was cynical in the one episode is because I listened to the wrong podcast. Let's
that
be
was
fair.
so funny.
Okay,
So funny.
but I mean, look, like Easter doesn't mean what it used to be anymore. So
Wait, why?
I don't know. It's like when I was more religious with my family, my mom around. My mom made Easter a big deal, and we'd all have Easter dinner. And then,
So it just depends on if it doesn't mean that same thing for you.
Now it's like, nobody shows up for Easter dinner anymore. Like if they do, see, my family too, everything is fucking last minute. Like my sister will tell you, it'll be like my one sister does Thanksgiving and Christmas. So my one sister did Thanksgiving, the other one did Christmas, and the other one did Easter. So what happens is now, since my dad's gone and I'm not there, there's no more funneling through anybody. So like they'll literally make a call the day before, say, "Are you guys coming over?" It's like I don't know if they assume it. I don't know what's going on, but it's all like asked backwards. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I don't even think my one sister, since she got divorced, so she doesn't do Christmas anymore. So my one sister picked up that one, and the other sister is kind of too lazy to do anything, so she don't even do Easter anymore. So they all go to my 84-year-old mom's house and bring a bunch of shit over there and have my mom clean it up. So I'm like, geez. Oh man, see, I leave and everything falls apart.
Family dynamics killing the holidays.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. You ain't kidding.
This is what it sounds like.
Yeah, that'll do that. Holidays will do that. Or family. Well, you got to remember too, there's a lot of us.
Yeah,
and I just found out from my sister that my niece and her girlfriend are not going to Thanksgiving because they're liberals and they do not want to be at Thanksgiving. And I said, she's like, "Do you believe that?" And I'm like,
wait a minute. Is
absolutely, I believe.
Thing? Like, wait, that's a political thing?
Yeah, because my whole family are Trumpies.
Oh, because of your family's beliefs, not because of. Wait a minute. Hold on. This is because of your family's beliefs, not because of Thanksgiving, right?
Oh no!
It's the people. Obviously, there are always losers in any election, right? But people are so mad about it. There's a lot of family splits. That's what I read this holiday season because they don't want to fight with their families.
Yes,
this has got to do with that, not about the Thanksgiving holiday per se.
No, it is because of the election. My sister said, yep, she does not want it. Her and her girlfriend do not want to come because they feel like it's not a safe space and they don't want to be there. And she's like, "Do you believe that?" And I said, "Abso-fucking-lutely. A, because I'm not going there, and B, because we don't want you there. Because I'm not going to the liberal party and I don't want the liberal coming to my party. I just want to enjoy the Thanksgiving meal."
But can't people just not talk politics?
Yeah, not my fam, not my brother. My brother is
oh my God, I've seen your brother's car.
Yes.
It's one of those messes.
Yeah. I had to, when I come home, he has to take the stickers off.
Wait, your oldest brother?
My brother.
Middle brother.
So what happens is when I go,
to have you name him, but yeah.
Yeah, well, we could beep it out. Call him Doo-Doo. But I have to make him take the stickers off the back of his truck because even though I'm a conservative, it's embarrassing to me. I got a little guy pissing on Biden's name and all this shit, Biden's face, and it's like, do you really need to do that? So I was like, but my niece was. So here's the ironic part. I think my niece growing up was always a conservative, and so when she met her significant other, she jumped.
Well, it's just the language of "I don't feel safe."
Yeah, right. Well, because of the conversation.
Okay, so she just doesn't want to hear it.
Yeah, she doesn't want to hear it. Oh, 100%. And I get it.
But some of the language that's used, I'm like, really?
Safe. Yeah, safe.
Is she at least talking to her mother?
Oh yeah. That's okay. Her mom's a Trumpy. Her dad's a Trumpy. But it's okay that, that because they don't bitch about it to her. And they won't brag about it.
They respect the difference, yeah. But that's the thing. It's like
you have another one that's also liberal, right?
Yeah, the Yogi. But she's an
She's
awesome.
more calm about it.
Yes. Yeah. She's like, oh, well, what are you going to do? The other one, and the thing that pissed me off is when she said, I want to get married someday and not have to fear about that. And I was like, why would you say that? I said, are you crazy? There's so many gay people that have been married for 10, 15, 20 years now. And gay is a normal thing now. Nobody bitches about people being gay and married now. Even when you go online.
There are people that do.
Well, I hear like the gay people online right now that I'm hearing are like, I just want all you straight people to know, we don't consider ourselves those other people, like the trans, so they just kind of separate themselves. They say everything that we work for, we're getting lumped in and they're destroying it for us.
Yeah, but I also feel like they're picking a lot on the transgender people, and that's not fair either.
Well,
they are. It's not right.
Who is? You're saying that gay people are picking on the trans people?
Everybody's like against the transgender people because, I mean, they don't want transgender women using the bathroom. They don't want, obviously, I understand about the sports. They don't want the sports, but they are picking on them right now. I feel like a lot in the media, in social media.
That's the problem. It's the media. The media is the fucking problem.
Yeah. Social media is picking on them. And
I mean, I live every day in my life. Of course, I'm in California. I don't hear this shit, but I don't watch the freaking media. The media is a nightmare.
Yeah.
The media is a nightmare. But walking around in my life, I don't hear this stuff that the media touts to everyone and makes everyone hate each other for it. I don't hear this stuff in my day-to-day life. It's all plastered all over the media. And then it makes people hate on each other.
But it's also not just the media, it's social media and the people, I got issues with that too. Podcasts. You could talk about podcasts and YouTube videos and stuff like that. True. These people are amplifying these messages against certain groups. So I just feel bad because I just think they're being picked on.
D, I'm going to bring this full circle. Can't we all just get along?
No.
Well, humans have always found stuff to fight.
Yeah,
always find.
But I just thought, like, out. I guess in my world with her, because she showed up for every Thanksgiving for 30 years, right? Now this is the one you don't want to show up to. It just seems strange. So I was like, I get it. And my sister even made it very clear to everybody: if you're going to come to my house, do not talk politics. And everybody's like, okay, we won. We don't need to say anything, so we're okay. But she didn't want to show up, so whatever.
That's too bad.
But I get her 100%. I understand 100%
because you're doing the same thing.
I'm doing the same thing in the other way. Mm-hmm. I can't be a hypocrite. I'm like, that's absolutely fine if she doesn't want to show up. Big deal. That's her loss. That's one, unless, and I know her
you're
mom,
also not. You have no emotional attachment to her family, which is you're kind of new to that group. But it's a little bit different than families that have been connected for 30 years, no longer feeling like they can be connected. I mean, I'm not trying to minimize your situation with her family, but I'm just saying, like,
it's minimum.
It's newer, and I feel like when I see families that have always been close getting torn apart over this, it's like they're making it more important than everything else.
Well, you have to also think about the individuals, right? And I'll talk about my family. Like you got two weak individual sides of it, right? Like weak-minded. Like, okay, it's like the football game, right? When my team beat your team, okay, it's over, it's done, let's move on, right? If you can't get over it, it's like, this is your family at the end of the day.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, everybody has to deal with disappointment. There's never one group in the White House.
Well,
there's disappointment all the time. You can't alienate everybody you love because of it.
So speaking as a liberal and why it angers us so much, it's
click.
I know.
Not interested.
Funny, Brian. It's not about like that somebody just won. It's about that a lot of liberals see it as a life or death situation for not everybody, not for me, but for certain groups. And it's a lot of dehumanizing that we've seen. Mm-hmm. And othering of certain groups. And so it's like against our values and against like just being human, and so that's how I'm just saying it from that perspective.
No, that's okay. You could say what you want.
Why people are so angry and why they can't just, it's not a football game.
Here we're talking about a 30-year-old very high up in the company white woman with a girlfriend now has this problem who's never had this problem before. So it's just kind of strange that you tell your family, I'm not showing up because I don't feel safe with the conversation that's going to be taking place. I think personally, it's the other person in the bedroom saying, we can't go to your family's house because of this.
It is sad that it's come to this, obviously.
No, not for me.
Not Brian.
Not
For the world. I think for the world, it's sad.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, forget who's in the White House. This is 4 years of our lives. We're damaging relationships that are 30 years long. Not necessarily his family, but I'm saying like people are letting this, like this is not life or death. Life is going to go on. And this is 4 years of our lives. And we're damaging relationships over what?
It's not going to change. It's just going to get worse.
Whoa. How do we know it's just going to get worse? How?
I don't think it's going to get worse. I think it's going to get better.
I think it's going to get worse. Let's see how the 4 years go. Like I would say,
you said something, Monica, to me that really made hit home when you said, I would love to say I'm wrong.
Yes.
But if I'm wrong,
it would be better if we are wrong about the policies that will be enacted, because in the end, if we're wrong, then everything's going to be okay. But if we're right about what we think these policies will do, it's all of us are going to hurt equally. So it's almost like we'll find out in 4 years if we were just crying and nothing happens and everything's okay, which in the end probably is better, because at least we just have egg on our face that we were crying about all these things and nothing bad really happened.
Well, I know a lot of people that won't admit if they were.
So Mother's Day's not a holiday?
Well, if it was, they'd observe it on Monday and give us the day off.
It's not observed. It's just it's just a day.
Same with
I was just thinking about that. There's only like a few really happy holidays, like obviously Christmas, New Year's,
4th.
But most of the holidays are actually like commemorating the dead people.
Yeah,
which is kind of sad. Even President's Day,
remember President's Day? We used to have President's Day,
Memorial Day.
Yeah.
What's the other one? Veterans Day. So we only have like Christmas, New Year's. I mean, even Easter is celebrating.
Do we have Easter anymore?
No,
we don't even have Easter off anymore, right?
No, a lot of places don't have it.
No, because it's religious. They don't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you see, Monica, your people
holidays.
killed even that holiday.
I didn't kill anything.
Yeah, you guys are murderers of holidays. you're murderers
supposed to be
of religious holidays.
They should have an atheist day. That would be cool.
That would be good. As long as I got the day off, put it right next to Martin Luther King Day.
I wonder what an atheist day would be like.
And then I get my 2 days back to back off again. I'm going to end with this. I want to say, does anyone know why Thanksgiving happened so late this year?
It's because of this year?
Yeah, why is it like the last day of the... It's usually like
the holiday is supposed to be the 4th Thursday of November.
No, and it's the 3rd.
No, it's the 4th.
Really?
I have no
There's only 4 weeks in a month. How can it be the 4th?
It's always the 4th. And I think, when was November 1st this year? It depends on when November 1st started.
November 1st was a Friday.
It was a Friday. So it shifted everything over. So that's why it's late, but it always has to be the 4th. So it used to be at one point, it was on the 3rd Thursday of November, but they changed it so that it's the 4th Thursday of November.
But technically, the 1st was on a Friday. So the first weekend was the 2nd. And the 9th was the 2nd. I mean, the 3rd. Because
the 1st was a Friday, that just missed out on making that Thursday, the first Thursday. It started on Friday. So that Thursday before the Friday just missed out on being that first Thursday. So that's why it's so late.
It just seems weird.
It's the 4th Thursday of November.
My brother forgot my mom's birthday the other day because he's so used to it being next to Thanksgiving. So he's like, oh shit. He goes, I got to go get her a cake. That was so funny.
Which older brother? The oldest or the middle? Okay.
Any closing thoughts, anybody?
I don't know. This thing wasn't even at all what else.
We went all over the place. I have a feeling this election is going to probably, I'm going to say, stain our episodes for a bit longer, even though we don't want it to, because it's just such an emotional time for everyone.
I hope not. I hope we go back to no longer talking about it.
D, this is the good episode, right? This was free flow, baby. It was just, woo!
It's fine. I'm a big fan of letting conversations go where they go. I thought it was hilarious that it went where it went.
I know. We were talking about Santa Claus at the beginning, for Pete's sake.
So to me, this is the version of being around family. I was like, see, this is exactly why I don't talk to people. I don't want to hear none of this shit.
So before we go, I will close it with what my family does on New Year's Eve. We wear yellow for good luck for the next year. We eat grapes at midnight. And we don't do this all the time because it's so freaking cold out here. But we're technically supposed to get like some kind of luggage and walk around like our neighborhood for a bit so that it promotes us to travel.
I can just see Mana's Latina family walking around her white neighborhood with their luggage,
outside and just
looking like all the immigrants that just came into town.
Yeah, okay. Well, we usually lived in an area with a lot of immigrants, so we didn't seem so weird.
That's funny. We never had those traditions.
The yellow is like any self-respecting Salvadorian will wear yellow on New Year's Eve.
All right. Tess, you live?
I'm here.
You were sitting so perfectly still, I thought you froze.
I was listening to Monica's tradition.
Okay.
Yeah, no. I have no closing thoughts. I don't even know how to close this episode. This episode was what it was. It just was all over the map.
I liked it. I like these kind of conversations.
I'm okay, yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I know Monica will still come over my house and have Thanksgiving dinner with me.
But that's the thing. You guys aren't doing the I can't be around you thing, even though you have different beliefs.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
That's the part that chaps my ass, is people hating on each other because they're different. It's like in our two-party system, people are never not going to be different. There's never going to be that. So why are we hating on each other? That's where I get all excited.
Social media fear.
I mean, I know media is not helping, but I think social media is actually the worst culprit of all.
I agree.
It is.
Like, I wonder, I think that if the internet got disconnected, if there was no more internet, I think we would go back
to the way we used to be.
Yes.
Right.
How do we have this podcast?
Exactly. We wouldn't have this podcast.
We wouldn't.
We would not have this podcast. We'd have to do the radio station.
We have to do a radio station.
AM radio station would be on an AM radio station.
Yeah, talk radio. That's true.
All right. You guys have a wonderful Thanksgiving.
Same. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving.
Enjoy that bird, D.
I'm going to send you all a picture of me throwing it right in the garbage.
And I'm going to send you a picture of me, a glass of wine, and my bird by myself.
I was just going to say, your face next to the bird.
That's it. Like this.
You're going to have so much bird left.
I actually have a scar on my arm from cooking a bird. Where is it? Anyway, I have a scar. I'm right here on my arm from cooking a bird. My arm right up against the coil of the oven.
Oh, ow.
Cooking.
He's like, yeah, Thanksgiving 2007.
Yeah, it was probably that long ago too.
Tell somebody you got robbed at gunpoint or something. And they fired off a shot and stuck the barrel on your arm. Don't tell them it was a turkey bird.
It was a turkey.
It's a turkey bird.
D, I feel like this. That's it. I got burnt last year. Eating that turkey was really hot.
Now, see, this is fun episode stuff.
All right, kids. You have a wonderful night.
Okay.
Love you guys.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Later.